Welcome to Police Strategy TV. I've got Chris Roper with me today. Chris, you're from IBM Software.
Yes, I'm from IBM Software Group and I look after the public sector accounts and marketplace, and with a particular responsibility for some of the emergency services that we're working with.
And what's the IBM Software proposition for emergency services?
So, broad proposition, but one of the things that we've recognised working with the emergency service over the last few years, and we've created a very much broader footprint into the emergency services now, both police as well as fire and rescue, is that there's a big requirement obviously for transformation and change programs. Obviously following the compulsory spending review in 2010, that woke everybody up to the need that they have of looking at efficiency and cost management programs. So the proposition that we've come to market with is a combination of IBM technologies and professional services that allows us to help police forces, fire and rescue services and others recognise some of the efficiencies that they're looking to deliver to meet some of those objectives through the use of enabling technologies. So we've put together a package of hardware and software and, as I say, professional services that we're delivering to forces, which allows them to use integration technology to get better access to information that sits in all of their systems, whatever the databases might be, and to trigger access to that information through business process technology. So if there's an officer looking to get access to information about a particular suspect or a member of the public or a particular service that they're looking for, they can do that from a desktop or a mobile device that will allow them to trigger that activity through an electronic form. And what our technology does, it goes off and then interrogates the relevant database or the relevant system that they're trying to access and delivers and extracts that information and delivers it to them in a form that they can use. So if they're completing a process through completing a form, it will tell them whether they have to move forward or they need to complete a particular field within that form, so that they can then speed up the method of improving that process. So the way it delivers efficiency is because you can manage an end-to-end business process. So many of them are manual at the moment or semi-automated, or there are lots of people involved. Using end-to-end business process technology and the ability to access all the back office systems means that you can reduce the time it takes to complete these processes and therefore create some efficiencies within the organisation.
So what are the key benefits that people would get from using your software?
I think really what we're trying to do here is deliver some standardisation, and one of the key things is to try and introduce a system that allows for reuse and allows for the ability to use the same technology to do lots and lots of things. So the scenario is that you can create a business process and then continue to use the same technology to reproduce or create new processes and manage those processes in multiple instances. So your investment means that you're getting far more use of the technology than you would otherwise get if you were just using it for one particular application. So that's one aspect to it. The other is that this approach allows us to provide a common method of working across police forces and a method of standardisation. So a business process in one force may be very similar to a process in another force. There may be some variability. But if you're creating it in one, why create it for the second time in another when you can use the same technology or similar technology to do that? And by going through the technology layer that is the integration element that gives you this access to all the back office systems, you've got a secure isolation layer there that allows you to control the information to and fro, who gets access to it and what you do with it. So a number of key things really, and of course obviously that then converts to some form of return on the investment that our customers are making.
And have you got a case example, a brief case example that you could share with us?
Certainly. I'll give you an example. One of the fire and rescue services that we work with, and we have a working relationship with a number of services that are in a collaborative form, have been working with us to deliver that type of systems, those types of systems. And one of the processes they looked at was taking them in the region of 26 weeks to complete. It was a hiring process. It was manual. It was fragmented. It was doing things in the wrong way at the wrong time. It was doing things one step after another rather than in parallel with each other. By introducing this technology, we've been able to reduce it from 26 weeks to 8 weeks, automate the process, and deliver the task to the right person at the right time in the right way, which means that fewer people are involved, it happens quicker, and they have a complete end-to-end audit trail of every aspect of the process. Therefore, saving them money, saving them time, so we can produce something that is the integrity of which is very solid, which can be adopted as a standard method of working, a repeatable method of working within the service. And that's the same technology that we're taking to other police forces.
Thank you very much for your time.
Most welcome, Tom.
Cheers.
Thank you.